Morning all, 28th of October, it's Thursday, day before the end of the week and indeed end of the month. Right, we are looking at oil today. Daily chart on oil, let me blow this up. Right, we have been in an enormous bull trend. We've been in a bull trend for a very long period of time. Why is that doing that? Let me scale it. There we go. Right, as I say, very, very strong bull trend from April 2020 of last year. We've just gone up and up and up, punctuated with the usual bull flag patterns that you see in a bull trend, which then when they're broken, the market continues to a new high. Big bull flag here, the biggest one of the lot, as we near the current peak. No particular negative candles on the daily chart. This is what I would call, maybe it's a gravestone doji. Market pushes up, as it should do in a bull trend, pulls back, closes slightly lower on the day, leaving a long upper shadow, indicates that some sellers are coming in, probably some profit taking at these higher levels as we get up to $85. Real good run, but no particular sell signal. So I personally think shorts are too risky, as you will know if you've been reading my report. However, yesterday we did have a big dump, so we have moved lower, and even as far as the low 80s, was it? I think, where's the low today? 80, 90 is the low today. So we retested last week's low, but we're seeing a good bounce off there. The market's crazy overbought. There has been overbought for a long time. Selling a market because it is overbought in a bull trend is a terrible idea. The market can stay overbought for way longer than you can stay short. So as you can see, it happened before around June, July, and the market just kept going up. So yeah, please don't ever think about selling short into a rising market just because it's overbought. I know a lot of people that have lost a lot of money trying to do that. Now, where can oil go next? So for me, we're still in a bull trend. We don't have any significant sell signal at the moment. I would personally remain a buyer on weakness to support levels. We've tested last week's low, and we're seeing a bounce off there today. Good bounce, actually. Now, for me, the next question will be, do we form a negative pattern, which would be more significant to the downside at least? Now, we could bounce as far as the $84.00, $84.50 area. If that were to happen and then we were to roll over, then we can start talking about a head and shoulders pattern, which would be more negative. That would have to be followed by a break below the neckline, which currently is around 18.90. Then we can talk about a maybe 5-point move to the downside, taking us to this target down here around 77.00, 76.50. So we have to be patient for this. If we can rally up tomorrow and then maybe top out around 84.00, 84.50, and then turn lower, we will be looking at that pattern. But I'm jumping the gun. I'm just warning you of what could happen. I'm not saying it will. We have to see how this plays out. And I mean, if you want to try, if anyone who wants to try short around 84.00, 84.50, that would be risky because the pattern would not have played out. I've done that too many times. Thought a pattern will form and then traded it too early and it doesn't work, and then you lose money. So jumping the gun in technical analysis doesn't really work. You have to wait for some sort of confirmation. That's what I'll be watching in oil at the beginning of next week to see if we get that. Note that we're oversold on the 4-hour chart anyway, so a further recovery looks likely to me, especially as we are in a bull trend, buying into a market that becomes oversold in the short term when we're in a bull trend. Now that is a much better strategy. So as you can see, it would have worked here as we retested last week's low and bounced off there. So that's on my radar at the moment. I'm also just looking at the Germany 30 because that is also in a Germany 40. Keep calling it Germany 30. That's the old days. Again, in a bull trend, but nowhere near as big as the bull trend in the US. Now, here is also a potential head and shoulders pattern. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on this. This could be the left shoulder. This could be a right shoulder forming. Again, don't jump the gun. Let's see if it happens. But if we have topped out and we start heading low and we break the neckline in a couple of weeks, then that would be a serious sell signal. But again, hasn't happened yet. For now, when you look at the 4-hour chart, we're just unwinding an overbought situation. Very, very slowly, we're creeping lower. So this could be another bull flag formation in a longer term bull trend. We have some support around the 15,650, 15,600 area on the downside for the cash Germany 40. That ties in nicely with this swing high up here around 15,625. So that would be a very good support level for today. If we break lower, well, we'll worry about that maybe next week if we do break lower. But we've got good support around the 15,550 level in the DAX 40 cash market. So that is one. Those are the two big levels for me in the DAX. Again, happy buying into a support level, especially if we become oversold on the 4-hour chart. because this market is still in a bull trend unless that very large head and shoulders pattern develops on the daily chart. But again, we're days and weeks away from that, even if it does happen. So those are the two main things on my radar for today. You already know about the bearish engulfing candles from yesterday's video on the Forex markets. Potential reversal for the dollar and the yen. They could get stronger. I'm still waiting for those patterns to develop and see if we retest the previous highs with any negative candles to indicate that the Aussie and the New Zealand dollar, for example, will start to reverse against the yen and the dollar. Hope that's helpful. Join me again tomorrow. I won't have a video for you in the morning because unfortunately I'm traveling. I'm in New York at the moment, going back tomorrow morning. So I'll catch up with you around lunchtime or in the afternoon, and hopefully we'll have something interesting to talk about then. If you're in the financial markets today, good luck to you.